All right, let's get our buzz on. So, time to, I think does it open a bottle? Like, is that how it works? So, oh. G'day, Stu from UAVfutures here, and today, well, besides doing some stupid intros, some silly jokes, you know, talking about getting buzzed, what we're looking at today, this is the Emax Buzz, and besides the name, essentially what it is, it's a ready-to-fly drone you take out of the box, you bind it, I should say, it's a bind-and-fly drone, you take it out of the box, you hook it up to your radio, and then that's it. It is set to work perfectly out of the box. You're having a great flight experience, and it's coming from Emax. So they make some amazing stuff like the Hawk 5. It was really aimed at racers. Now, this bad boy right here, this is for you freestyle pilots out there who want to rip around, explore places, have a beautiful flying experience. That's what we're going to be checking out. Now, this is the part one, the bench breakdown, the text, and the specs. If you want to see part two, a little card should pop up around the prop tree or something like that. But this is the one where we break it down on the bench and find out how it works, why it's well designed, or what we change about it, all the components, all that sort of stuff, the technical and nitty gritty. Now, this is where this video might get a little bit interesting as well. If you check the links down below, or hopefully this is what I'm trying to push for anyway, we might have multiple of these to give away. So put your comments down below, I'll put the official rules and all that sort of stuff. But on this video, yeah, there's hopefully, I'm going to see, fingers crossed that it comes through, we're going to have yeah, a bunch or at least more than one to give away to you guys. That's the plan anyway. So check that out, because somebody out there might be winning some free drones thanks to race day quads and bangers and whatever. Check the links. That's in the works, but hopefully by the time this video goes live, you can see that. But what we should do now, let's kick it off, get started with our Emax Buzz Bind and Fly 5-inch freestyler and find out why it is so special. So let's do it as a bit of an overview, and hopefully this is in focus in the roof camera. Which way is it going? There we go. As a bit of an overview, what this is just a bind and fly drone you take out of the box. You hook it up to your radio, and that's it. It is designed for those pilots you don't want to build. You just want something that works flawlessly. It's well tuned. It's going to fly nicely. You're going to have a very, very easy setup time, minimal setup time. You don't have to do any programming, anything like that. And in fact, they recommend in the instructions, don't even update this thing. You shouldn't even have to do anything. It should just work. So very, very easy to take it out of the box, rip it around, and just have a nice FPV experience. Because I know when I started getting into drones, there is a lot to learn through. There's so many channels out there helping people to get up and get flying, all that sort of stuff. This, it kind of removes so much of that. If you want a drone that just works, take it out of the box, well, this is exactly what you get. Now, I visited the Emax factory. You can go watch like some tours or something where we went over to China with Crash Test Cal. I've seen how they put these things together, and their motto is all about getting people flying, whether it be the ready-to-fly Tiny Hawks or those little kits where you've got everything and micros. You can go watch that video as well. That should be another one up there. They just want to get people flying. That's their motto, and that's exactly what they're going after here. Now, in the past, we've had the 5-inch Hawk, which was an absolute weapon of a bind and fly quad. It was a racer that you took out of the box. Very, very similar designs. This is for you freestyle pilots out here. Now, what we should do, I should say too, there's two versions. So I'm working on another. I've got the 6S version in this box. That's 1700 kV. This is the 4S version we've got out of the box right here on the bench. So that one, you're going to Patrons, you're going to be seeing something special as well. But what we should do, let's stick it on the scales if I can find those. I think I've lost them. Bear with me, coming in at about 387 grams. So look, it's not the lightest quad out there, but that's kind of not such a terrible thing. When it comes to freestyle drones, they're going to be put, you know, a little bit heavy. Lighter quads get pushed a bit more around the wind. This thing, it's going to be a bit more stable. It's going to hold its lines a little bit better. It's going to make for some smooth footage, and that's what freestyle is all about. That juicy HD footage. You meant to strap a GoPro to the front, rip it around, and have some fun. Now, what we should do, let's go through the components first. So we've gone through the overview. Let's go through the components, starting at the outside in. You actually get some spare props. You actually get two sets of props. So I've got my scimitar props and also the AV flows. So you get all those pushed to the side. I really would prefer if you just got like one type of prop, so then you had more spares. I realize it's a good marketing thing to give people too, but I would just like a lot more spares. I've got the AV flows on here. Let's take these off. And look, I don't mind the AV flows. I think they're a relatively smooth prop, which is kind of, you know, they're not the fastest, but that's not what this drone is going for. It's still going to have plenty of performance, and especially for a beginner, but don't expect some crazy racer speeds, because look, this is a freestyle rig Taking this off, the rest of the components, I'll put some pictures on the screen. We've got some Emax freestyle motors on the outside, 2306s. These are the 2400 kV because that's where the 4S action is at. Moving towards the middle, that's where we've got our 4-in-1 ESC 45 amp. It can take up to a 6S. It's rocket. It's a BO-Heli 32 ESC. It can take up to, it says D-Shot 1200, but it's currently set on D-Shot 600. So pretty good stuff right there. Then we've got our F4 flight controller. On top of that, we've got our VTX, which does come locked as well. And that is switchable from 25 milliwatts up to 200 milliwatts, and the way you unlock that is by holding a button while you power it on. Pretty simple stuff right there. Then towards the back, we've got our little pagoda antenna, which is Emax branded. We'll talk about the frame design and how that all fits in here. And then towards the front, we've just got a little Emax branded CAT-X camera as well. Really, really nice stuff, and I've got to say the camera protection is outstanding. Some of the other little extras, we've got a sort of rubberized Velcro pad on the top. You've also got some pads on the bottom if you want to mount your battery underneath, but most people are going to mount it on the top, and that's it as far as the components have gone through. So now what we should do, let's move on, talk about the design of the thing, because that's really where I want to talk about how the components come together, but most importantly the frame as well, because a frame is what everything fitted to. It really determines how well something goes together, and that's often where a lot of the design work comes in. So flipping this thing over, you can see it is a stretched X kind of design with individual arms right here. Those arms are 4 millimeters connected to a middle plate which is 3 millimeters. It's also got some braces on there as well to hold it together, so it should be nice and stiff. Something I do like is that the arms have absolutely no, I guess, impact, or they're not connected to the flight controller, because you've got different individual flight controller screws in the middle, and the flight controller is completely soft mounted. And then what you can see towards the front, this little part here, and I'll put another picture on the screen, is offering some amazing camera protection. So what you've got here is, I guess, an aluminium cage around your FPV camera. You are going to get extremely unlucky to break something like that. Now on the top, you've also got a very thick 3mm plate, which is sort of bracing the whole frame together. It connects to this aluminium part, making it, I must say, it is very rigid without any flex whatsoever. So I really like the frame itself. They've got some nice big bumpers on the outside because these motors are a little bit larger at 2306, so they do need a bit of a bigger bumper there, but the motor's going to be protected. And everything about this frame, I feel like they've taken their racer idea, all the lessons they learned in the Hawk 5, they've merged it over and they thought, right, we've already got a racer in the field. What can we make for our freestyle pilots out there? They need something a little bit more durable. It can carry a GoPro a little bit better, and that's where they've come up with this. Now, also, you'll notice the top plate is quite wide because, well, it can run sort of two options in the batteries, whether you get the 4S version or the 6S version. So you can see I can put a big 1500 4S, which is probably what I'm going to be flying because I've mostly got these batteries around. But also, if you put something on like a little 1250 6S, which is a little bit of a stumpier battery, it's a bit wider. Your battery's not going to be hanging over or anything like that. It is still going to be very well protected. So I like that the frame fits both style of batteries. So we'll put that to the side because, look, it's a 4S and a 6S quad. And then moving on, we should talk about the quality of the thing, and I'm probably going to be giving it about an 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9, especially for the price as well. I like how the top part is nice and milled. There's no ridiculously sharp edges or anything like that. The solder joints on here are absolutely beautiful. So yeah, the guys over at Emax, well done on your soldering joints. Whoever's doing this, give them a big pat on the back because they're doing a great job. I love the milling on the front, and I've seen the workmanship at Emax firsthand, so I know that they make really nice stuff. They take a lot of pride in their quality control. So overall, yeah, that's why it gets kind of a high score on the quality of things, especially considering it's one of the cheaper bind and flies out there. Now that brings us on to the pros and the cons. Now, it is a little bit heavier and it's not going to be the fastest quad out there. So let's get through some of the pros first. So if you want an extreme racer, this one is not for you. When it comes to some other things I don't really like too much. When it comes to the GoPro mount, well, you don't actually have an easy option. They give you a little Velcro strap to put around, but I feel like that's just going to be sliding off. I would much prefer, this is a freestyle rig. It's designed to be, you know, strapping a GoPro on here. I wish it got it shipped with the TPU mount already included. Even if they just up the price an extra $5 or something, that TPU mount would make a lot of difference. Something that sort of just sits right in there. Get rid of the Velcro strap that it comes with and just give us a little TPU option. And also, you've got to remember, some people nowadays are going to be using this GoPro or the GoPro 7 a lot more because they don't make the good old Session. So yeah, that's something you need to be considering, and I feel like it's going to be a little bit cramped in here as well if you were putting this on the top with a really long battery, so it's going to get a little bit difficult. The GoPro mount, I wish they would change just ever so slightly, or at least ship us a mount that accommodates that. that. Some other things, this antenna sticking out the back, I do wish the antenna was a little bit stumpier. I understand you're going to get a little bit better reception, but I feel like if you're doing matty flips or you're coming in backwards, it is sticking out an awful lot. It's going to get knocked and then it's going to get pushed into the props probably. You can zip tie it down, but I still don't think that's going to help too much. If it was just a little bit shorter, so when it stuck out, then maybe I would prefer the arms to clip before the antenna does on a backwards descent. But yeah, other than that, that's probably something I would change. And then that's, oh, and also I know they call it the buzz, so they can open up little bits of, you know, a bottle opener or something like that. If that's actually why it's called that, don't do that, because I feel like you're going to be getting soft drink or beer or something else in your flight controller. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Now let's move on, talk about the things I do like. And number one, I think for 300 bucks and what you actually get, it is very well priced. And a big part of that, it just comes down to the user experience. You can take it out of the box. It binds up, you don't have to touch any software settings, and once it's on your radio, you're gonna have an awesome time. And that goes a long way for a lot of people out there who don't wanna do programming, they don't wanna do soldering, they don't even wanna have to put in their own receiver. Something like this just makes the job so much easier. It helps people get flying. That's what I believe in UAVfutures. It's all about getting people airborne, and the least amount of steps to offer people can do that with having a great experience. That's where this thing is gonna absolutely excel. So for 300 bucks, I think that is an absolute, just a bargain for people who don't wanna deal with any of the garbage and any of the mess of setting it up. It just works out of the box. Some other things I like the replaceable arms. I like that you actually get a spare. I like that you get spare props, but I really would prefer if it was just all one style, because I can see a situation where you put on all your A-band flows, you busted them, and then you've got to put a scimitar prop on there as one of them, and that's just not ideal. Please, Emax, I would prefer it if you just shipped all as one type. Now, another thing I really like as well is the little extras like the battery pads on the top. They're going to stop your battery from sliding around, which is really important, because the last thing you want is your battery sliding off the top. Batteries are expensive, sliding off the top into the props and getting cut up. And also, whether you want to go a top mounted battery, which is what I'd recommend on this frame, but also if you want to mount it underneath, you still have these little sticky pads here as well. So for you people who want to mount it underneath, there is also that option. And yeah, look, overall, and also the solder joints. I really like the solder joints. The camera protection is outstanding. I love this FPV camera. It's going to offer a great FPV feed. And yeah, overall, there is a lot in this quad that you have to look forward to. About 300 bucks. It is getting up there a little bit, but I feel like what you get, it is worth it. And with the Emax brand and everything like that, what they stand for, and getting people flying, the quality of the stuff, and the flight experience as well, the PIDs, how it's been tuned, you're just going to have an awesome time. Anyway, drop your comments down below. I'd love to know what you think about Emax, or what you think about some of their other products, all that sort of stuff. Put your comments down below. Check those links and the official rules if there is a giveaway by the time this goes up. I'm pretty sure we're going to have something, but definitely check that out. Other than that, subscribe for more FPV related content. Part 2 should be up very soon. If it's not up now, it should be up very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Subscribe for more FPV related Emax Buzz action. And as always, happy flying.